What's up, guys? This is Walter here, the nerd.
This is George, the Friendzone.
This is Weicho, the douchebag of the group.
And this is Mike, the willful rebound.
And welcome to our first official podcast of Ugly Dudes. Yay.
Now, Ugly Dudes is a podcast basically about pop culture and Generation Z and what we go through. And our just essential comments about them.
Yeah, basically random questions we think about anytime. We just bring them up in this podcast.
Yeah, also, we are very genuine with each other and with you guys, so everything you hear is basically the real us. So there is no hiding and no behind the cameras.
Or in this case, behind the mics.
Yeah, basically.
True. So we are recording this with two microphones right now. We had a little, how do you say it? Technical
dilemma.
Difficulties. Yeah. With some other microphones, and so if audio quality sounds a bit shitty, sorry.
Yeah, literally took us like an hour to be here to start this shit running.
All right. So first of all, I like to start off with, how was your guys' day?
Mine was actually pretty slow for the most part. I mean, for a Wednesday, it felt pretty slow. I felt...
It's a Tuesday.
Damn it, that is very true.
Actually, no, it's Wednesday.
Hey, fuck you, George.
Well, it was Tuesday.
It was Tuesday.
Well, for a Tuesday, it was pretty damn slow. I mean, it's philosophy. I only had one class, which was philosophy, and as interesting as it was, it's kind of slow when all you do is just talk about depressing stuff.
I mean, yeah, it's a Tuesday, or it was a Tuesday. Today, I feel like it was just a regular ass Tuesday. Today, I went to one class, which was Art 225, and I BS'd my way through some check that the professor was doing over my projects.
Yeah.
After that, lunch, and then after that, straight to work. And then, work is work. I do tough things, take
Like
naps,
sleep.
take naps, do my homework. And then, around sometimes I just set up practices. But after that, I went to rugby. That was fun. After that, a UPS meeting, and after that, I was just doing homework after that. So.
When do you have your next rugby game?
Well, tournament is this Saturday, so 4-hour trip to Ohio, and I think we'll be playing 3 or 4 games, so that'll be fun. Hopefully we're not playing on turf. Last time I got turf burned, and my knees are all fucked up now.
Pussy.
Hey, listen here, fucker. I don't see you out there trying to get turf burned.
Hey, me and Weicho play spike ball.
I play spike ball.
Hey, spike ball is very fun.
And
I don't get it.
It is very
Look.
You do have to put a lot of athleticism in it.
Look. You have to put a lot of attention, which I don't give it because I don't care about the sport.
You have to put attention to any sport. What are you talking about?
But that's the thing. I put attention to rugby because it's fun. And don't get me wrong, spike ball is fun and everything, but I'm just not interested in it.
That's personal bias.
I get it, but that's just my opinion.
And that's why we don't go to your games, Mike, because we don't. It doesn't try.
I mean, that's fine. That's fine by me.
Okay, we'll go to my day. All I did was work, with Mike, which is not much really work, honestly. And then I played some spike ball with Weicho.
Pussy shit.
And then I got hurt.
Pussy shit.
Mike never gets hurt in rugby, Spike ball is a dangerous sport.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. Sorry.
Yeah. Sometimes hitting that ball in that net.
I think there's way more concussions in spike ball, and
Yeah,
a
bro.
lot of more hurt hip reflexes or hip flexors.
Yeah. You would know if you play,
Oh, yeah,
Actually,
I'm sorry, I'm not a real athlete.
The way that I play it, I do get a lot of injuries because I'm bad at sports.
No, you injured the net.
Yeah, it is true. You did fall on it.
Accidentally, and that was because
it was literally, we got it it was less than a week that we got it.
Okay, first of all, I did not break it first.
Okay, no, but you finished it off.
No, I didn't. It still works.
It's crooked.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yes. No, of course it works. I mean, it is crooked. That's my fault, but it still works.
Yeah.
It was funny because it was right after it was right after that you were making fun of Cameron that he broke it.
Yeah. It was funny because I was saying, wow, this fat ass broke the thing, and then I fell, which is what I found the most funniest part.
Karma's a bitch, ain't it?
Yeah, sadly.
All right. Well, who's next?
Wait, no, I'm not done.
George, the thing isn't about you, George. The world doesn't revolve around you. No one gives a shit about your day.
I missed my plugin. Then I got my samples for my business, Better Together.
At Better Together.
Follow me, website Better Together, coming soon. Okay, now I'm done.
Yeah, my day was pretty, mellow too. I had class with Mike, and then I had a very important meeting for the philanthropy events, and that's it. And now we're here.
Okay, I have a good question, which I don't know if you guys want to speak about this, but I was gonna say, what do you think the meaning of sex is?
That's
coming from a virgin.
George, first of all, three out of the four of us are virgins. You should ask the one experienced.
Okay,
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I was re-virginized earlier, like 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah,
by you guys,
by the Virgin Master George.
Exactly. So I'm technically still and actually not even technically.
Virgin Master is
a virgin. Guys.
Virgin Master is a strong word. I feel like the most purest.
Okay.
Of us.
From the pure.
There you go.
For the pure man.
Yeah. So no, I am still a virgin.
I meant. What does sex mean to you? That's what I meant.
Well, it depends.
On?
It just depends. I mean,
on the girl.
No. Well, I mean, kind of. It just depends on like the type of like the person. So, it depends on if, for example, if it's the girlfriend that you really do truly care about, it's like an intimate thing that happens between you two. Like, it's much more than just like sex at that point. It's, for some people, like, it's love, and it's their way of showing love. Obviously, that's not the only way that they show love, but it's one form of it.
No, it's the only way.
Oh, I'm sorry, George. I'm sorry. You're the expert here, right?
Yeah.
You've been in so many relationships. You've had sex with so many girls, right?
Mr.
Yeah. You don't know what I classify as virginity.
True. That is a very good point. The definition of virginity is not something that's defined.
Yeah, it's abstract, so...
It is very abstract.
We're talking about sex, though.
What kind of sex?
George. Like, George, whatever you're into...
Are you talking about the donut and banana sex?
Technically, it doesn't have to be a donut and banana.
Okay, what about donut banana or banana or donut banana or
actually,
banana donut?
That is a very good analogy. You know why? Okay, so the banana.
I think we get what the banana is.
No.
We get what the donut
the banana,
is
the peel acts like the condom.
Oh.
Yeah, right?
This is a glaze on the donut.
Jesus.
I don't... As the only one that's not a virgin, I don't approve that analogy at all.
Okay.
Or you're saying you have to take off the condom to eat?
Hey, some people prefer it like that. Just saying.
And then that's when they... I mean, then they don't prefer the 18-year commitment of a child, right?
So you're telling me that in order to enjoy the banana, you have to take off the peel. And considering this analogy you just gave, you're just saying you have to take off the condom?
Okay,
That's kind of contradictory.
No. Okay, this is the point that I was trying to make. The fruit inside of the peel, right? That's the penis. And if you put it inside the donut, it's gonna get all mushy and it breaks. Right? Okay, I'm not saying that the penis breaks, but it can.
I don't want to have sex anymore.
But if you put the peel on, right, it protects the mushiness of the fruit, and it, easier.
Okay, let's stop talking about this.
Walter, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, there's two things. One, that food combo in a literal sense I don't think I would want that.
Have you tried it?
Look,
Have
Walter,
you tried it?
Look, Walter,
Have
fuck
you tried
off.
it?
Anyway, second,
he hasn't tried it.
If your banana is mushy without a condom, I think you should go see a doctor about that.
What if they like them smooshy?
If
you don't know that, Mike?
Okay, well,
Mr. Expert over here.
Look, George. I'm just gonna. We'll just leave this analogy away already.
Yes, please, let's leave it.
Okay. One parentheses. This is the closest George has ever been to me, ever.
Yeah, and I want to get away.
Oh my god, I've seen this.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to the other thing. Richo, why are you watching a video of how to make like a homemade fleshlight with two sponges?
We talked about
two sponges,
and he wanted,
a condom, and I don't know what that rib thing is. Oh, you stick the two sponges in the cup. All right, that seems cool.
See, he wants to explore himself. You know, we're talking about sex, and he's a virgin. And
I was confused for a second on what I was watching.
Because someone does not read, the title before.
It says, no las necesitamos culeras.
Exactly.
So, I didn't match it.
I try to be serious for one moment, and I turn to this.
Hey, let's go back to my question.
Okay. So I've said that if it's in a relationship, I feel like it's a form of intimacy that can really, not to say that it's the only thing that can further a relationship, but for sure it furthers it. It really brings the person together when it's done, obviously consensually and respectfully, and when it's, done at the right time, not like you're rushed because you're doing it in a parking lot and you're thinking someone's gonna see. Or maybe it is. Maybe you're into that. Who knows?
The risk.
Now, when it's with someone that's like not like that. Or like that's not that. Not to say that it's not that important to you, but it's just that it's not serious or anything. Then it's just kind of a form of pleasure, I guess.
Mike likes pleasuring himself a lot.
He's a virgin.
Yeah, dude, I'm a virgin. What the fuck?
I made him a virgin.
Oh my god.
On Saturday.
Okay, just making it a virgin does not mean that his past gets erased.
I mean,
yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
By the laws of the virgin.
Yes, it does.
I declare.
Dude,
freedom.
Technically, I've never even
purity.
Once I was proclaimed a virgin by George, I've never even held a hand before.
Yeah.
Yeah, beach.
Okay, don't call me that.
Not you, dumbass.
Okay. I was about to kick your ass.
Yeah, pinche weasel.
What do you think about sex?
Yeah, what do you think, Walter?
What do I think?
Yeah, because there's a lot of people that think like sex is. I'm not saying that's the wrong idea, but there's a lot of people that they don't have like. They don't see love in sex. It's just like, oh, it's just sex. It's just like something else. You get me? So I don't know how you feel about it.
Are you saying that I think that love is just...
Oh, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying there's like, I've heard a lot of people in college, like, say, like, oh, sex is just another thing. Like, I do hear some people saying, like, sex is correlated, like, to love. Mm-hmm. And it should only be dealt to, like, people who you love. But there's also a lot of people that say, like, oh, sex is just sex. It's like anything else. Like grabbing a hand or kissing.
So, it's because what I think is that, yes, sex can be used, like Mike said, to portray like some kind of love love and affection to a person. But I think nowadays people portray it more as sex as an activity, activity. Yeah, like an activity to get a body count, which makes other people feel bad.
Well, correction. Not some people, because like when it's body count, it means differently. Well, sadly, like it means differently, or it's viewed differently.
But that's what I'm trying to say.
For each gender. So if a guy has a high body count, it's like, God dang, you're a god, If a girl has a high body count, it's like,
I think you misinterpreted what I was trying to say.
Yeah,
I was saying
I did.
Yeah.
But.
So sex is an activity, right?
Yes.
That people use to say, wow, like, I have a high body count.
No, I don't think that's what people do it for. To say.
No, people may not be doing it. That's why I say some people.
Okay.
I'm not generalizing to the entire public. I'm just saying that some people do think of it, especially like men. Men nowadays like just say, "Oh yeah, I have a body count of this much."
I feel attacked.
You're a virgin, Mike.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm a virgin. Yeah, my bad.
Anyways, yeah, like some men think that high body count means it's a good thing, but it's all based. It's sex is not defined as either pleasure or like love. It's very abstract, just like you mentioned in the beginning, George.
I mean, it's very literal when you get to it.
Well, yeah, it's precise and to the point when you're in the action of, but to a question like this, like what George is asking, it's a bit more based on interpretation. Yeah.
What about you, Micho? What do you think?
What's kind of different for me, just because I honestly just think that it shouldn't be something that should be paid attention to, but rather just let it happen as time passes by. I mean, it never really goes through my mind, just because it's not on my priority list. I don't know. I just don't think that it's something that, just like how you guys are saying, it shouldn't be used as like some sort of body count. It should just be used as some, just a form of expression, just like holding hands or kissing each other. It's
when the time is right.
Yeah, when the time is right.
Ooh, I have another question. It's kind of related to this. Do you believe chivalry is dead?
Wait. I have a question. It's kind of dumb.
What's chivalry?
What is chivalry? Wait, this is like... Actually, I kind of know what it is. It's like being a gentleman, basically, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's in the come up.
What do you mean?
I feel like it was dead, and now it's going to be on the come up.
I don't understand your slang.
Explain.
What is a come up?
Like, it's going to...
It's rising.
Yeah, it's rising. Because, see, what happens. It, like... Our generations fluctuate, and sometimes they fluctuate, they go fucking skyrocket, and they change so much, and then they go down, and they go back to, like, normal shit. But right now, the tendency is, like, according to statistics and everything, like, a lot of people say, like, girls like bad guys, but that's actually, like, it's not that they like the bad stuff they do, it's kind of, like, what they portray, which is confidence. They don't care what other people tell them. Like, it's more of, like, what they portray rather than, like, what they are. So, I think at one point that's going to change, and then they're going to be, like, nice guys. So, I think that's what I'm saying, like, chivalry. I can't even say the word.
Chivalry.
That is going to be in the come up.
I guess I can see what you're saying.
Yeah, like, it's going to switch.
I mean...
But then I don't know. Because psychologically, actually, girls like just, guys that are confident. Like, it's just like a instinct.
If you want to talk about, like psychology and all this stuff, men that appear to be like softer body types and like all that stuff, tend to have a longer relationship.
That is
than
true.
People that are like hard
body
people.
That's
why I paused and said hard body people.
You mean that are just
muscular?
Muscular. Yeah, you could have just said muscular.
Like me. I'm kidding.
So
that's why you never had a girlfriend.
I'm a loser.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. No.
It's because you're buff, George.
Actually, that is true. There's statistics saying like that. People that are have a dad body, they actually have longer relationships rather than people who are fit. They usually just have one night stands, which is pretty odd. Like, I could see it, but I don't know.
The way that I see it, and I was thinking about it when you were talking, was that at first, like, I have 2 points of views. So the first one is chivalry is dead. only because of pop culture right now. Like mostly it's all about rappers that like talk about sex and fucking and all that stuff, right?
True.
So yeah, that's what I hear. That's what
I said. No, I mean you said the same thing.
Oh.
Sex.
Oh.
Fucking. I was like, oh well.
Well.
Anyways, keep going. Sorry.
Right. So we see like girls wearing skimpy outfits, and you see guys like just trying to dude bro other people. So it's like.
But that's not chivalry.
That's why I say like chivalry is dead.
But that's
okay.
No, but I'm saying like, isn't chivalry like when you're a gentleman? Girls wearing skimpy outfits and like talking about sex doesn't have to do anything with.
No, but it can influence the young population like us right now. I think it can.
I think you.
We're heavily influenced by pop culture.
Yeah, but like I think a girl could have a skimpy outfit and the guy could be a thug and he could still have chivalry.
Okay, and that brings me up to my second point. I also think that chivalry is not dead, but instead evolved or updated to our generation. You know?
Yeah.
So, it's not necessarily the old ways of the past have changed, have disappeared. They've only evolved to what seems to be popular right now. Comprendo?
I guess.
Micho? Mike?
I feel like it has changed for sure, no doubt. For the pop culture thing, because if you look at it, I mean, you see younger kids, younger audiences right now, and you compare it to the way we acted when we were younger. I mean, that's just a small that's just this one generation, and they act completely different than what we acted, and I guess the moral set is just way different than we are. Fuck, I was gay. Fuck.
Dumbass.
Fuck you. Anyways, but yeah, I also feel like it's also influenced by like, feminism. I mean, nowadays you open the door for someone. I mean, we're up here in Indiana. Like, I know this one professor that I tried opening the door and they were like, you shouldn't do that.
Yes.
Like, dude, you shouldn't do that because she's going to get pissed off at you. And it's like we're not trying to be like, you can't do it. It's just that's just the way we're raised. Like, I would open the door for anybody.
Dude, yeah.
And I feel like a dick if I just leave the door like slammed in your face. Like, even if you're a guy, a girl, dude, whatever gender you identify as. Dude. Even if I don't hold it up for open for like an animal, I'd probably feel bad too.
Dude, yes, bro. Like here, I'm not saying it's like, I mean, it is different. Like being up here and like, I guess like Hispanic culture is kind of a little bit more different. Like we still sometimes are kind of like old school, and like when I come up here and like I see like anybody struggling, but this only happens when it's like a woman. Because I do help, like, male professors as well. Like, they're carrying something heavy. And I ask them, like, hey, do you need help? And they're like, no, it's fine. And I ask a woman, and, like, they kind of get offended. But it's not that, like, I'm being, like, I don't know. They probably think I'm being, like, sexist, I guess. I don't know. But even also, like, back home, like, in the Hispanic culture, like, some girls tend not me to, like, open their door, like, I guess they're used to guys not opening doors for them, or they just don't want a guy opening the door for them. So I don't know.
I have a problem with that. Not like girls opening their own doors and everything, but the problem of the confusion of feminism. Because I can say I'm a feminist, right? And I act completely different to what I am saying. I believe that feminism, it's not all about, women have power. It's about male and female equality.
Well, that's the definition of feminism.
Exactly. So, that professor, right, just to put an example, she may call herself a feminist, but she's not really, because I feel like she's taking it to an extreme point.
No. I would like to disagree on that one. Like to call her not a feminist is a bit extreme on your part. I feel, just because like maybe that's just the way she feels empowered to be like, that's you know, she just feels more empowered that way. And yeah, you know, maybe it's just like, you know, I mean, I think it'd be a bit wrong to say that she's not a feminist, in my opinion, because it's just her way of like being like, I can do this.
Yeah.
But that's just the way of thinking.
Yeah, I think it's more like they don't want to depend on the man. It's kind of more like they want to be independent kind of thing. So I feel like old school, they probably think, and I actually kind of agree to that, like where like, you know, the man do this for the women, you know, like they do all these things for the women, and they kind of just want to like separate that. You know, I could do this by myself. I don't need you to open the door for me, or I don't need you to do this for me. And I can do it myself.
And I mean, it's perfectly fine. Don't get me wrong. It's perfectly fine. Is. Like,
yeah,
but I mean, I don't know. Just like for me, I just don't want people to think that like I open the door for you because I don't think you can do it. It's just I open the door for you out of courtesy, whether you're male, female, whatever you may be.
Exactly.
Also, I think that's when the question comes in: how does, you know, gentlemen like, or in this case, chivalry tie into feminism, and how correct is it to be, you know, a gentleman to someone who is a feminist and doesn't want any help?
I feel like in this case with the professor, I feel like being a gentleman would probably be like maybe offering it, and you know, if she declines, then you know, respect her decision in that. And I don't know, it's gonna be a bit odd because I have the tendency of looking back to see if anyone's behind me and opening the door for them, and I feel like if I look back and I see her and I'm about to open the door for her, I'm gonna feel a bit odd because I'm gonna be in that like pause moment where I'm like, never mind, let me just leave the door hanging.
No, okay, so I know which professor you're talking about, right?
Good, because I don't.
Okay.
I've just heard of her.
Okay, good.
And I think never mind. I think I've opened the door for her once, and they were like, no, don't do that. Yeah. And I just can't remember her face though.
Okay, so the reason they told you not to do it is because she will start like getting angry. Like she will yell at you right there and then. That's what I don't agree with. She's putting you down to make herself feel empowered. That's the point that I was trying to make. Like we should not be doing that to each other.
But I don't think it's to make her feel empowered. I think it's just to like, it's kind of like it's in a school full of men. Obviously, you're gonna have guys that like us will open the door for anybody, or for a woman. And I think that she's like, it's happened to her many times that it's like kind of like she's kind of fed up with it, and it's like that's just the way that, you know, she's been like, she's been having to explain this many times that like, please don't open the door, that she's kind of like, you know, a bit fed up with it. And I mean, that time she didn't tell me anything. I'm not gonna lie, like she just kept walking. But they told me again, don't do that.
Maybe because you're a minority.
I mean, maybe I don't know.
Maybe because you knew that you were a freshman.
I'm kidding.
I mean, actually, I don't know.
Dude,
maybe.
Okay, honestly, I feel like you have not heard enough about this professor. Because I'm telling you, like, I feel like I'm not demeaning her as a feminist. I'm just saying that it's toxic. You know, just like there is toxic masculinity, I feel like that's also a thing, the toxic femininity.
I don't know. I think she's acting upon what, you know, what the country has brought, which is, well, even like everywhere, like, you know, this like thing where genders are not equal, where like males are like the dominant like preference or whatever. So I think like what she's kind of trying to do is like, you know, make the little things change so that big things can change, kind of thing. But
yeah, I can see that.
I could see where like, you know, Mike is saying like, you know, I'm just doing this out of
kindness.
Yeah, and like
courtesy.
Yeah, he would do that to a male too. Like it wouldn't just be to a woman. Like it would be to both genders. It doesn't matter. But she's taking it like that just because, you know, she's trying to change the little things, and maybe, you know, she could think wrong of specific men. You know, I don't know.
Okay, well, one thing, bringing chivalry back to our original topic, I feel like or original topic being sex, what do you guys feel like? Where does chivalry play in sex?
No rape.
Okay, well then, yeah, that's just the first and foremost. That's just obviously, that's just obvious.
She doesn't want the tea, don't give it to her.
Exactly. That's just obvious. That's just straightforward.
No, I think it goes to a point where, like, not maybe like rape or anything, but kind of a sort of type of.
No,
like,
I get what you're saying.
ring.
You're saying
you
like
pressure them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's true. Like, that's obviously like a thing where, being a gentleman doesn't mean you're gonna pressure the other person to do it.
Like if she says like, I don't know, then don't do it at all. Like, just don't do it. Like if she says I don't know and she's like, okay, fine, you still say no.
Or
like, take your time.
Or if she says yes at first, but when at the moment she says no, it still means no. Like, don't do it.
Yeah. And like, I don't know. Sometimes, I don't know if it's like pop culture. I think it is. It does take part in that, and also like, sometimes men take part of that. Where like we kind of force that you have to have sex, kind of thing. Like, it's something that you need to do, which I think is like kind of like pressure on the girl, and she just kind of gives in, and then after that she's just like, oh well, I'm not a virgin anymore. Like,
actually, that is pretty true. Well, in some cases, it is kind of like, well, it's because virginity, I feel, for both genders is something sacred that. I know this is coming from like the. Kidding aside, I know this is coming from like the non-virgin, but it is something I feel that is sacred. And it should be timed right. Like, in my experience, it was. I feel like I lost my virginity in the best possible way. Someone that I actually did care about, and it wasn't. We didn't pressure each other. It was. We had all the time in the world.
Would you say it was the right time?
I'd say yeah, it was the right time. Well, I'd say it's the right time only because it just happened. It wasn't like, it wasn't like, oh, we're never gonna have another chance like this. Like, it just kind of happened. We both looked at each other, and I asked her I asked her if she wanted to, and I was like, we don't have to, if you don't want to. And she said yes.
And she took off her clothes and boom.
Well, no.
And then a baby came out.
But yeah, guys, I'm paying like child support every year. But anyways, that's a different story for another day. Oh,
she's actually right here.
Oh yeah, you guys want to talk to her? Can we get her on the podcast?
Yeah, Maria.
Yeah, but it just kind of happened, and I feel like, not to brag, but mine wasn't awkward like many people say.
So you guys were not a virgin.
I mean,
or you guys saw a lot of those.
Wait, that's
videos.
what they say about first encounters?
Yeah, they say that if you guys are both virgins, it's gonna be awkward apparently because you guys are virgins.
I mean, if it's the same thing as kissing, I'd agree because my first kiss, like I wouldn't say it was. I mean, yeah, it was kind of.
It was taken from you.
It was taken from me, and it was like I wouldn't say it was awkward. It was more like it was kind of awkward. We just both, we both didn't know what we were doing, but like we kind of knew like what felt right and what didn't feel right. So I think it's just kind of like experience. So maybe you guys both were not doing it right, but like
you guys not touched butts enough.
Since you guys don't know what it was your first time, you guys are just like, oh.
Well, okay, I can see what you mean.
Yeah, you get me?
I can see what you mean, but I feel like it was the right time because even afterwards, like, it was still to the point where, like, we both looked at each other sincerely in the eyes and we're like, we're both like, what the fuck, that just happened? Like, we just, like, it's weird because we're like, it's like, whoa, this just means that we're not virgins anymore. But anyway, that's a different thing. Like, but also it's kind of like.
That's how I virginified you.
Yeah, until then, so I'm a virgin already, know. But anyways, like, we both had this conversation of like, I feel like we were both mature enough to say that like this isn't gonna be like a regular routinely thing. Like, if we do have this encounter again, like like obviously we're dating or we were boyfriend girlfriend, so it was gonna happen again. But like, we both said like.
And it did.
I mean, you don't know that, but
I do.
You told us.
I was recording it.
Okay, fine. Anyways, but like, point being, we did it. Like, we didn't do it every week when we saw each other. It was more like we both said, like, we're still gonna go out. We're still gonna do stuff that boyfriend and girlfriends do, like, you know, go to the park, you know, go out to eat. The small things. But, you know, whenever it happens, it's going to happen at the right time. You know, like, we're not going to rush. You know, I mean, we can rush and ignore it. But, like, you get me? It wasn't going to be like, you know, oh, you know, let's do it right now. You know, again. But, you know, yeah, I feel like it was the right time because we were both mature enough to say that.
I'm going to say something also. You were saying, I don't know what you said, but what I also discovered was that, like, you know, our high school, like, kind of sex was, I wouldn't say shamed upon, but it wasn't, like, brought up. Like if you were not a virgin, it was something, like, you wouldn't bring up.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, then again, we knew everybody. So it was, like, if someone wasn't a virgin, like, everybody knew. And then the thing is, like, if everybody knew.
Even the teachers.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but, like, here, like, these high schools, like, you know, they talk about it. Like, oh yeah, I'm not a virgin. Yeah, like I've had sex with like this many people. You get me? Like, it's like something like you just say it.
Well, because like we had known those people for such a long time.
But that's what I'm saying. Like in these high schools.
For those out there who are just randomly listening to us, we did come from a graduating class of nearly 76 seniors. So, and a lot of these people we have known since middle school. In our case, we've known each other, all four of us, since middle school, at least. So just a little perspective on that.
Thank you, Wicho. Yeah, like we knew each other since then. So it's kind of like, not to say that we wouldn't see each other the same, but it's kind of like, I don't know. It was I can see what you mean. Like, it just wasn't brought up, even if people knew you weren't a virgin.
Yeah, and it was like kind of like shamed upon, I guess. Like
no, I don't think it was shamed.
Like, not shamed upon, but like people would talk about it. Like, not in like they would gossip about it. Oh my God, did you hear, like, this person is not a virgin?
Yet again, they pretty much gossiped on anything that they could.
No, for a close, tight knit.
Look, guys, I'm not gonna lie. It was a small school. There wasn't much happening. That's the only thing you could do.
Yeah, that's kind of true, honestly. No fights, no nothing. You know,
the best you could do was gossip about other people, man. Gossip it up, make rumors if you have to.
We didn't gossip about anything, honestly.
No, y'all didn't. No, I'm kidding.
What are you talking about? I sat next to you. What are you gossiping me to?
Oh,
what?
Oh, you guys gossip too?
What?
Chismosos.
What?
Nada.
I am confusion.
Me too.
Anyways, what were we talking about? I forgot.
The sex.
Oh, true.
The dirties.
The donut and the banana.
This again.
Can we abandon that analogy?
Yes, we did.
Fine.
I mean, I don't know why you would want to. You came up with it.
Fine. Okay.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, it was me.
It was him.
Sorry. Well, you kept going at it.
Wow, you just keep attacking me, huh?
Yeah, it's because
you've been attacking me this entire episode.
It sounded like something you would come up with.
No, it would not.
It's because Mike strongly dislikes you, Walter.
I could tell.
Yeah,
today,
man, all my anger is coming out. It's because you left me during dishes, dude. It's obviously that.
It's true, I did. I went to go to use the restroom, and it was pretty long, and then I come out, and Cameron comes up to me and he's all like, "Walter, Mike's looking for you." I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Mike. I took too long."
I was like, where is he?
I promise you, I was in the restroom.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah. Who knows doing what, but...
I was pooping.
Sure.
Do you want me to say that?
You were working on your night moves.
What night? Who am I going to use it on?
I don't know, dude.
I don't need to be experienced right now.
Hey.
You never know, dude.
Yeah.
Jesus. It is college, dude.
Actually, I don't think masturbating...
A male college.
Hey, I don't think masturbating...
You never know, dude.
I don't think masturbating is something wrong.
Oh, no, it's not.
Oh, for sure it's not.
But that's not what I was doing.
It actually is wrong, according to the Bible. So, hi, caught you guys. Sinners.
Sorry.
Hey, guess what? You didn't save your first kiss till marriage, so you're going to die too.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That's considered sex, George. Okay. You're not a virgin anymore.
You smash butts.
Excuse me, I'm going to the restroom.
George, why are you taking your phone with you?
I don't have a phone.
Oh, that's true. Why are you taking your laptop then?
Explain why don't you have a phone?
It broke.
No, because you bought it really cheaply from some dude.
Hey, I'm getting a replacement, so...
Free from Google?
Yeah, exactly, so...
Okay, fine. Okay,
I'll free brand deals. Can't mention this shit.
Oh, it's because
sorry. Oh, dude, Google, please sponsor us.
They're sponsoring George because they know he owns a big ass company.
Yeah.
Called Better Together. So.
And I own Ugly Dudes too.
The fuck you talking about?
Yeah, he owns a quarter.
No, I own all of it actually.
Shut up.
Look, George, the day you buy me my mic.
Hey, yeah, actually, let's go back to like how we started this.
I mean, then we're steering off topic.
Why?
The podcast.
We already fulfilled the sex topic.
Okay, well then, how about this?
That's what she said.
That's okay then.
Sorry, because I'm also
Okay, so then let's come before we talk about that then. Wait till your Google Home is acting up.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about it.
No, watch. Shut up, Google Home. Okay, look. Before we go into that, of like how we what's called created this podcast, what we had the idea for. Let's just Google Home keeps interrupting me. But anyways, let's just say let's just come to a conclusion of what we think sex is, just to end like the topic.
Okay, I'll start.
Okay,
I moved the mic. Sorry. I think, in my opinion, I think sex is like, I think there's like some psychological stuff going on with sex, like, and I just think like sex should only be done with your like loved one. Like, it should only be done with someone that you love. I feel like if you just do it with someone that you don't, it loses its meaning, kind of thing. It kind of turns into an activity, not like something special, which is like something preference. Like, it's a preference. If you think you see it as an activity, well then go for it. You get me? I'm not gonna judge you, but like in my opinion, like I want to save it till marriage, just because I think I want to do it like with the one and only. If I ever get married, hopefully I do.
George, what if you end up becoming a priest?
I mean, that's not gonna happen. I think I've done too many sins.
Dude, you know what? If I become a priest? What if I become a priest, dude?
That would be funny. I would go to that church. I don't care if I'm different religion. I would go to that church and be like, "Yeah, Mike, remember the time when you like had sex with all these girls? just for you."
I'd be like, "What are you talking about? I'm a virgin. My friend George re-virginized me.
Yeah,
I am born again." Anyways, Walter, what do you conclude sex is?
What I conclude what sex is sex is not defined. I feel like it has to be defined at that moment. And it should not be pressured upon people just because of some stupid rule that society has against men and women. That's what I say.
Okay, so yeah, I can get behind that. But I feel that sex. Okay, well, let me conclude that I feel like sex is it's a form of opening up to someone.
Opening up.
Okay, yeah, okay, I walked into that one. But I guess choosing to be vulnerable in front of someone when it's done, when it's done for the correct reasons, and that is for love. What did Google Home just say?
I feel like she was talking about sex.
Yeah, because the thing we were talking about.
Maybe. But anyways, I feel like it's something that when it's done, with the correct person, with the right person, it's a way to become vulnerable to someone. And just to be, on the other side, I feel like it's something that shouldn't be frowned upon either way, no matter what gender it is. Just because when you go out and you go out and have sex with whoever, I wouldn't say with whoever, but with, people.
That person.
No, with just anyone. Because it's like you're trying to find out who you are, what you like, and who you're into. And if you're being shamed by society because you have sex, then you're being shamed by society because you're trying to find out who you like what you're into, all this other stuff. So I feel like it's a form of both opening up and being vulnerable to someone that you truly care about, but yet also being a way of trying to find, who you are and what you like. And I feel like that exploration of sexuality is good for people.
We can definitely tell who's the more passionate about this topic.
Look, I'm not gonna lie, I spaced off.
Yeah,
look.
Me too,
I'm just saying.
I helped you and then you attacked me again.
Look, I'm just saying. Sex is okay to have, and that's just it.
I think it depends, actually.
Okay, no, we're leaving this.
Yeah,
topic.
we're leaving this topic because apparently I'm too passionate about it.
Okay, we should.
Whatever.
You give your opinion.
Yeah, close this
No,
off.
Wicha does not want to. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay out of this one. Yeah, I'll just say that.
Okay, well, let's go to how we started the podcast.
Well, it was on our way back from spring break.
And I
George,
thought about doing a
George.
podcast.
George, legitimately, fuck you. Because that was my idea. We were listening to the David Dobrik
See, but
podcast.
I put the podcast.
Anyways,
So
George.
then, therefore, I thought of the idea.
You know what? Fuck you. Anyways, like, I feel like we both were thinking it, but still I said it. We were like...
Well, I sent you the message to your head.
Okay, fine. Then we both created it then.
Okay, yeah.
Anyways, we were listening to David Dobrik, and we were like... Well, I told George, I'm like, George, why don't we start a podcast, dude? Like, legitimately.
Nice.
And then, you know what?
Okay, no. Like, for reals. Who was it who just said, let's start a podcast?
I did.
Okay, then I think Mike should be given the credit. Not fucking George. George called us and had the idea.
Think what you think, but the only witnesses was me and Mike.
Yeah, and you're not saying anything, so...
Mike and I, sorry.
And who is to say that me and Walter wanted to start one, but we just didn't choose to call you?
Yeah, because we were also listening to a podcast.
You guys were selfish and weren't gonna tell us about your podcast.
Wow. You know, Mike, let's just go solo, me and you.
Yeah.
Actually, I thought of the idea. I'm going to go.
Okay, this one you get the credit for. But anyways, yeah, and then George is like, yeah, I'm down, and he's like, call George and call Walter.
Actually,
and
I think you were driving and I called.
No.
Really?
You were driving.
Oh.
You have terrible memory.
I do.
This was only a few weeks ago. But anyways, yeah, and you were like, yeah, call Walter and Weecher, and we called you guys, and y'all were like, yeah. Well, I don't know what you guys said, but y'all
said yes. Well, I said because Weecher was driving. I just told you yes because I couldn't listen to anything what you were saying because of the bad signal. And all I heard is, hey, it kind of sounded like this. Hey guys, you want so yeah, we're a podcast, and yeah, we're trying to do this.
Yep, that's Mike. Yep.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
So what do you guys want to do? No, because that's how bad the signal was. That's how it sounded to us over here. And I was in the phone, I turned down the music and put the earpiece on my
music.
ear.
So y'all weren't listening to a podcast.
Wow. Liars.
Podcast, music, whatever.
Nah, that's not the same thing.
we were listening. At this point, we were still listening to a podcast.
I don't know. The evidence.
But
is pretty
anyways,
shaky now.
I turned it down and I couldn't hear you, so I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And here we are.
Yeah, and then fast forward to a few weeks ago.
No. While we were driving, I also thought of the idea of naming it.
That's
Ugly
bullshit.
Dudes.
Wait, no, that's bullshit. Right
It was that for real. I'll give you the credit. You thought of the podcast, right? But while we were driving, I said, "Dude, we should name it Ugly Dudes." And when we called, we even said that.
I know we did, but no, it wasn't you.
Who thought about Ugly Dudes?
No, it wasn't you.
Dude, you're lying now. You're just doing the reverse thing that you're doing now.
Nah.
Because I did it to you, now you're trying to do it to me.
Okay, now explain why did you decide to call it Ugly Dudes?
Well, first of all, Walter, you're pretty fucking ugly. So I said, let's name it Ugly Dudes. I'm kidding.
I mean, never say George never thinks about you.
I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I love you, Walter.
I'm not feeling sad about you leaving anymore.
Okay, let me. I actually, the reason I thought of that was because we both have like, we've all encountered situations where we get, well, actually, I've encountered situations where I get rejected.
No,
but that's not.
Everyone has except Wicho. I feel like Wicho has not gotten rejected.
We've all gotten parts where we gotten rejected, or we don't get the girl we want to get, stuff like that. And we're average looking dudes, but I just kind of exaggerated the fact, and I was like, let's name it ugly dudes. You get me? Like, kind of to make fun of us that we're average looking dudes and we get rejected. But that's something that happens to everyone. I don't know. I was just like, ugly dudes. Plus, Mike was sitting next to me, and I just came up with it.
Bullshit.
You know, because I saw Mike, and I was just like, ugly, and I'm a dude. Ugly dudes.
Wow, I thought it was about me. And
honestly,
you. Jesus.
Honestly, I don't think that's how it went down. I can't remember what exactly went down, but I don't think.
No, actually, I just said it. I just said it out loud. I didn't. It was there was no thought process to it.
No.
I
said it out loud.
You did not say ugly dudes, Mike. Stop saying
it
that.
It was me.
No, it wasn't.
It was me.
That is a lie. That is a lie.
No, it's not.
Are you actually serious?
Yes, I'm serious.
No. I thought
look, you know what? I'm just gonna tell you. Fine.
That is a lie. And then you were like,
George, drop it.
You were like,
drop it.
Let's not call it.
I'm gonna let you. Fine, whatever.
You were like, let's not call it ugly dudes.
George,
I don't know about that name.
No, that's bullshit. Anyways,
yeah, you
but
did.
anyways,
and then you're like, let's call. What's it called?
Bullshit.
Let's call the guys.
George.
And I'm like,
drop
okay.
it. George, drop it.
Okay, now let's get into the point where how do we name ourselves? You know, the nerd, the friendzone, the jackass, and
douchebag.
The douchebag.
Douchebag.
And the
douchebag. That's yep.
Yeah,
that's your new name,
and the other one. How did we come up with these names?
Yep.
It all started.
Well,
I'm kidding.
When he was born.
Well, it's pretty self-explanatory. Well, kind of.
Well, for the people that don't know us, you know.
Okay, yeah. I'll start off.
Okay, fine.
Well, I've gotten rejected multiple times. Never had a girlfriend.
But why are you the friend?
Wait, I'm getting to that point, Mike. Jesus, damn.
Wow, just because you named the podcast.
I named it Ugly Dudes. This is all my idea. I'm taking 100% of the equity.
So that's how you got your name?
Yes.
Jesus.
I'm kidding. Okay, so
we found the new douchebag.
Yep. So I've always gotten rejected. Hey, let me talk. So I've always gotten rejected, but like, you gotta, I want to make myself feel better. So then I say I got Friendzone. So I can make myself feel better and not cry in my bed. So then that's how I came up with it.
Which is totally something that you do not do.
Yeah. If you see tears or wet, it's not tears. I mean, if my pillow's wet, it's something else. It was raining.
Oh, George, you nasty boy.
Okay, not that type of raining.
You nasty boy. Naughty.
All right, then I guess it's my turn. So the reason why I named myself the nerd.
You're a fucking nerd.
Because I am a big nerd. I hit the books quite often.
No, you don't.
I hit the books quite often.
No, you're just into Star Wars.
No, okay. Just because I'm into Star Wars does not make me a nerd.
Yeah, that does.
No, it does not.
I'm a geek.
Yeah.
Yeah, get it right.
So then we should change the name to geek.
No, I am not. Okay, whoa. I'm the one who's giving the interesting facts here that you guys fucking ignore me all the time.
Okay, but let's just get it straight. You do not hit the books that much.
Okay, I don't hit the books as much.
He knows
but I still know random facts.
But you don't hit the book that much.
I hit the e-books.
Also,
internet.
Did you know 250,000 people a year die from asthma attacks?
You just reading it right now.
Yeah.
Because we try asthma, that's why.
Well, you really aren't interested in
this
podcast.
No one cares.
Yeah, and
anyways, keep going. Sorry.
I guess have always been into like that weird kind of like knowledge kind of stuff. So you will be hearing me sprout out different facts sometimes and give out weird definitions.
Gotcha.
But this is all based on what I have learned throughout my years of experience. All right. Now the douchebag.
No, douchebag.
Not literal, but
I think it's pretty simple for me.
He has not been talking the entire podcast.
Yeah,
we need to work on that.
So in terms of me being a douchebag, I think it just consists of
Douchebag.
Yeah, just I mean it's just pretty straightforward. I'm a pretty blunt person. There's times where I'm too honest, and it can come out as douchey, I guess. So yeah, that's how I got my name pretty much.
And now the other one?
Yeah, I just realized why I'm...
Wait, what was his name again?
The
The Heartbreak?
No.
Oh, the Willful Ho?
No, it was Rebound.
Yeah, bro, I am the Rebound.
You know what I remembered?
What?
I feel like
I
you
was
should be
thinking
the
about
Heartbreak.
Spike Ball.
Nice. Anyways.
Willful Rebound.
Well, essentially, like...
Debatable.
What's Willful?
Well, I kind of hope this person isn't listening to this podcast because I know she's gonna know what I'm talking about. But
Well, don't say she. Say he.
Well, yeah, this one girl took her out and what's it called? She had broken up with her boyfriend, and I was like, all right, we're just friends. We're going in as friends, right? Well, I was really wrong about that one. Midway through the date, she kisses me. I didn't expect that one. But, yeah.
Wait, no donut and banana?
She wanted to, but I was like, we're right next to people. And I'm like, this is not the place. But yeah, like, I kind of took that as like, well, I'm kind of like just a Rebound, but I'm okay with that. So yeah, that's how I got my name.
Mike, I'm going to make a quick comment.
Go for it.
I don't think... That's just one experience out of, like,
yeah,
the
but
multiple that you've had.
Okay, yeah, but I couldn't think of anything else at the moment. It's kind of like, it kind of goes with the ugly dudes thing, you get me? Like, yeah, it kind of goes with the ugly dudes. Because if the idea of, like, an ugly dude is they'll more than likely be a Rebound.
Ah, okay. I see it.
So, yeah, it's only, even though it's only happened once, like, it's just kind of like, it kind of goes with it.
I was going to say, like, the Heartbreak or something.
I mean, I don't get my heart broken that much anymore.
Yeah, I'm not talking about you.
Oh, sorry. Which hearts have I broken? What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Exactly. What are you talking about, man? Like, all the hearts I'm...
You broke my heart.
George, shut up. Anyways, all
you
the hearts...
friend-zoning me.
George,
we're just best friends.
George, you're still an option, George. I'm just saying.
Oh, never mind.
Exactly. That's what I thought.
Actually, I friend-zoned you then.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you're still an option because he hasn't taken you to Westmere yet.
Yeah, I haven't taken you to Westmere.
For those who don't know, Westmere is a drive-in movie theater where Mike takes his dates and it usually ends up with donut and banana.
See, now with that comment, I know if this person listens to this podcast, they're for sure going to know they're on this podcast.
Yep.
But anyways.
All of them.
I was going to say which person.
Yeah, exactly.
The other Sophia and Maria.
Sophia, Maria, Perla. I can't think about other names.
Look. Point being is like, what else would you guys have thought of if you guys were in my shoes?
Wait, what do you mean?
Mr. Steal My Girls.
You mean Mr. Steele Walter's girls?
Yeah, literally. I don't need never stolen none of my girls.
But that doesn't go with what's it called? That doesn't go with the Ugly Guys podcast.
True.
I mean, I think Rebound describes it more. It's like an exaggeration.
Yeah, I feel like
all our names are an exaggeration.
Now that I know what it means, it fits better with you, even though it happened once.
But ending the story, things did happen. At one point I thought I was developing feelings with this one person. But then she was like, yeah, the thing is, well, 2 months later, I can't remember. A few months later, she's like, actually, me and, her ex fixed things up. And I was like, all right, that's cool. No biggie. I really did feel that way, but it was kind of just like, it's like, all right, I guess no feelings for now. And then, yeah, when I get back, it just starts all over again. As in... Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
Yeah, she just was like, I didn't know what she wanted at that point, so I was like, whatever. But that's a story for another podcast day.
Yeah. Well, I feel like this is a really good conclusion for our first podcast.
Yep.
We did hit the time limit, so that's good. Now, yeah, I mean, we are gonna be posting this up in YouTube at Ugly Dudes, right?
Yep.
Pretty soon after we edit this. What else?
This is the Friendzone signing out.
This is the Nerd signing out.
This is the Daily Douchebag logging out.
And this is the Rebound logging out. Thank you for listening, guys. You know, as always, stay beautiful, you ugly people.
And follow us at Ugly X Dudes.
All right.